Tonight on CTV Sports, CSU football picks up win number 5.
Plus, we got to hear from the NBA's first female coach, CSU alum Becky Hammon.
And CSU volleyball has clinched a share of the Mountain West title. All this and much more coming up. Hey, what's cooking, good lookins? Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Travis Green.
And I'm Brett Kennedy. Trav, CSU Athletics had quite a weekend of winning.
It sure was, and we don't have much time, so let's get right into it. On Saturday, it was senior day for the CSU football team. Family and friends packed into Hughes to watch the seniors play at home for the last time. The 3-6 running Rebels of UNLV were in town and looking to spoil the day for the Rams. CSU was the first team on the board off of this catch from Higgins. Rams up 7-0. UNLV came right back with a touchdown of their own. Blake Decker hits Kendall Keys across the middle for the 9-yard touchdown. Later in the first quarter, look who it is. Decker to Keys again on the slant route here. 14-7, Rebels are up. But then CSU began to get things rolling, and that dude J.O. bumbling into the end zone, tied up at 14. Hollywood Higgins took over this game completely, finding the end zone 3 times and had over 100 yards receiving. And speaking of Rashard Higgins, he had our CTV Sports play of the game, and this was a good one, Brett.
Great catch in the corner of the end zone. Plays like these personifies Hollywood Higgins' career.
And best part of it was he told us before the game he would have the play of the game.
Hey, I came up to you before then. I told you, man, I'm going to make that today. And I did.
Hollywood and the Rams left Hughes for the last time this season with a smile on their faces, picking up a pivotal 5th win, 49-35. After the game, seniors were full of emotions. What were emotions like before the game?
Woo! I try not to cry in the tunnel, man. But I mean, when you put in so much effort and so much, love into the game and to the school, I mean, it just brought down tears. And my mom, she really don't come out here, so when she came out here, man, it was just real emotional for me.
You guys get the win.
Yeah.
How much does that mean?
That's important, man. You don't never want to, play your last game somewhere and get a loss. Especially in the house. That's yours. And it's just memorable, man. And these underclassmen did everything they could do for us seniors tonight, man. I tip my hats off to them. And it's just overwhelming right now.
The Colorado State men's basketball team pulled off a shocking upset over Northern Iowa, 84-78 this past Saturday. 5 players finished with double figures in scoring as Joe Deciman, Gian Clavel, and John Gillen each had 16 points. This improves head coach Larry Eustachi's opening day record to 23-2. CSU will play its next game at Moby Arena on Thursday against Loyola Marymount.
The Colorado State women's basketball team began its season at home on Friday with a game against Western State. The Rams made sure the squad from Gunnison wasn't going to climb their way to a win. CSU blew Western State out of the gym with an 84-42 W. The Rams defense played a pivotal role, racking up 22 steals, 7 of which came from junior guard Ellen Nystrom. Elin Gustafsson led the way offensively with 15 points. The emphatic win moves Colorado State to 1-0 on the season. The Rams will stay in Fort Collins for the next matchup against Incarnate Word tomorrow. Speaking of women's basketball, our very own Olivia Landis caught up with Becky Hammon to hear her story of success from the WNBA all the way to becoming the first female to coach in the NBA.
I think it's important to dream big.
For some, the path to success comes very easily. But for Becky Hammon and her journey to becoming the first female coach in the NBA, it was anything but simple.
When Becky Hammon stepped foot into Moby Arena as a Colorado State Ram in 1995, she had no idea just how far the game of basketball would take her.
I mean, I didn't really know I would do the things here at Colorado State that we were able to accomplish. But I talked to the girls earlier and I just said how, I already lived my dream. Playing professionally, that was my dream growing up. Playing in the Olympics, that was my dream growing up. So now this is it's like icing on the cake. I mean, it just keeps getting better.
Hammon was never handed her success. Hard work was a part of her everyday life.
It wasn't easy. There's multiple times, whether it be injuries or teams telling me no or I wasn't good enough or whatever, and you just have to have this resiliency about you that says, okay, that's your opinion, but I'm going to do this anyways. And I'm going to make it impossible for you to cut me, or I'm going to make it impossible for you to get rid of me. And you just have to have this mental toughness that you just can't be shook.
Those who know Hammon best are not shocked by her achievements thus far.
Am I surprised? No, because everyone has their path, and she talks about that. Be yourself, be your best you, and she's being her best her, and that should be what all of us do, is to be our best selves. And you never know how far it's gonna take you. To be able to touch as many lives as you can, the way you're supposed to.
Hammon's hard work has led her to the ultimate accomplishment, being the first female assistant coach in the NBA.
Even now, going into this, something that's never been done, will I fail? Will I be successful? And I think it goes back to the voices in your head. You can do this, and you've been prepared. You've been preparing your whole life for this moment, and now you just got to go out and put in the work and be you.
CTV Sports, Olivia Landis.
Wow, what a story. Fort Collins is certainly proud to call Hammon a Ram.
Colorado State women's volleyball team now has a share of the Mountain West title and is one win or one Boise State loss away from clinching the title entirely. The team accomplished this feat on Thursday night at home against San Jose State. The Rams swept the Spartans in 3 straight sets, completing its 20th sweep of the season. Jasmine Hanna led all players with 12 kills on 458 hitting, and Alex Paletta led all players with 7 blocks. Alex Reed was just shy of her 8th double-double as she finished with 11 kills and 8 digs. The Rams have now won 16 straight games, which is tied for the 4th longest winning streak in the nation. With the victory, CSU gets a bid into the NCAA tournament for the 21st consecutive season. Colorado State's next game will be on the road against UNLV on Wednesday. Here's what Alex Reed had to say about clinching a share of the Mountain West title.
I think it's exciting, but we still have a lot of season left, and I think once we finish conference, then that's when we can celebrate, but we still have a bunch of games left that we have to finish.
CSU football's Kevin Pierre-Louis is known for his hard hits that sound as if someone swung a baseball bat at some shoulder pads. But not many are aware of Pierre-Louis's Haitian background. I sat down with the Rams senior safety to hear about the tragic earthquake that struck Haiti in 2010. It is a day that Pierre-Louis will never forget. What was that time like in your life?
Man, that time, I can never forget that time. Actually, my cousin died in the earthquake. So that was a very emotional time for me and my family. It was a very hard time because he went through a lot. And my mom kind of took him in as a brother. So all growing up, I thought he was my big brother till I figured out he was just my big cousin. His parents died when he was young. So my parents felt responsible for his death, but at the same time, I think it was just his time that was coming, because when he died, he was in school. It was a college down there, and he actually left the school, and then he forgot something inside, went back inside, and the whole building collapsed. So you can't really, take fault for that. I just think his time came, and hopefully he's in a better place right now.
Well, that's a big burden to carry, I'm sure, for your family.
It's okay.
Yeah. What was that like for you because you were in the States when that happened?
Yeah, I was in high school actually. I think junior year going to senior year around that time. It was very emotional. I had great support from my high school. The whole school was kind of behind me, kind of helped me out through that. I had missed finals, but they gave me a chance to retake them later on and stuff. So they kind of helped me out, and without those supports, I don't think I would be here, kind of.
So having the Haitian background, I know you and Steve-O both have that background. Do you take great pride in that?
We do.
Yeah.
We do actually. We piss a couple teammates off because we talking French and Creole sometimes, and we just do it for fun because we being here, I don't see my family that much. So me talking to Steve-O in French kind of helped me out just to not lose it, kind of, So we just kind of talk like that to keep ourselves going with the language, because we obviously take big pride of it, because not many people from Haiti or have Haitian descent make it how far we are. So we always tell ourselves how blessed we are to be the few that makes it this far.
Pierre-Louis's family made the trip from New York to Fort Collins this weekend to see him play for the final time at Hughes Stadium. The Rams will look to keep their bowl eligibility alive this weekend against New Mexico in Albuquerque.
Well, it's time for Did You Miss It?
That's right. This week we have women's basketball head coach Ryan Williams showing off the hands.
That's some awareness right there, Trav. Williams wants to go out and play.
He's got some stick-em on his hands or something, Brett. Throw on some shorts. Go shoot some threes, Coach Williams. Well, we are all out of time for tonight. As always, thank you for tuning into this week's CTV Sports.
Make sure you check out collegian.com throughout the week to catch the latest and greatest of our CSU athletics coverage.
We're on a break for Thanksgiving next week, but we'll see you again on the 30th. Have a great night.